Rate My Refurb. My name is Stephen Hamilton and I have over 10 years experience in the property development and investment industry. This is my brand new series where I travel the UK. I come to your refurb and I rate it. Am I going to be nice? Am I going to be kind? Or am I going to be ruthless and tell you the truth? Are you really a property developer? Or should you get the hell out of my industry? Let's find out.
Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like.
This is the third time he's been around one of my properties. Had a great response from the last two, so hopefully he likes this one just as much. The refurb went to plan. It took 6 weeks. We got a lot of stuff done that we wanted to get done. The only thing we probably didn't do was the front drive and a bit of work to the garden, but we managed to sell it pretty quick, so we didn't need to do that really. So the numbers, we purchased this for 225. We spent just under 50k on the refurb, sold it within 2 days for 325,000. However, to come off that cost is the interest, because we purchased cash, but I did use investor funds, 50k at 10%. We've got to pay them back, so that'll come out that. So it should leave me a profit of around 40k.
So that was Darren, an experienced landlord who has now decided to get into the property development stage of his career. I think we're on to his third or fourth flip, and I've seen his previous ones. Now, a thumbs down from me is the drive. He didn't do the drive, but he was advised by the estate agents that he didn't need to do the drive because it wouldn't change the end value. Front garden wasn't done, but what he did do, he changed the garage door, he changed the windows, and he painted the old fascia that was underneath the top window. So he gets a thumbs up from me for that, because the workmanship is good, but he gets a thumbs down for the front garden. So far, from the front, I'm impressed. Now, I come inside and I look around. There's a few things that I spot immediately as I walk into the hallway, okay? So first and foremost is this. I hate the radiator pipes coming out of the floor because it causes problems like that. So this laminate flooring now has been cut for the pipe to come through. The cut is not great. Then I see things like these light switches, okay? It's plastic. I don't like it, doesn't look good, but I will give him a thumbs up for the spotlights. The spotlights are good. We come to the staircase. This is existing. He's just painted it and made it look better. Do I think he could have improved it? Yes, but it's all about the numbers at the end. One thing he did do, he changed the skirting, he changed the architrave, he got matching skirting and architrave, but he didn't change this. Look at this, guys. This here, not a great finish. And then here as well, not a great finish. Not impressed with that at all. We have, the joins are not great. They're not perfect. And the sanding and the finishing in here is not awesome. It's not exceptional. There's lots of little bits and pieces that I believe could have been improved. But let's go into the kitchen. We're in the kitchen now. Now this is where I spot a lot of things that I've been in the industry a long time. We have stainless steel spotlights in here and we have the white plastic ones out there. You need to run the theme through the entirety of the property to make it look good, in my opinion. And the doors he's gone for, they're okay, they're nice. Kitchen, lovely. Very impressed with the kitchen. And if we look at things like the tiles that have been done here, where you've got the plug sockets on the face of the tiles, perfect. There is no problems there. Workmanship here looks great. Kitchen looks like it's been fitted by someone who knows what they're doing. The joins in the worktops are perfect. Tiles are great. The utilities, obviously, I'm not going to try them or anything, but everything about the kitchen, the tiles, the fitting, exceptional. I rate that. I think it's amazing. The floor's very uneven. The floor, I believe he could have used self-level first, and then laid the laminate on top. The floor feels very uneven. I'm presuming this is the fridge and the freezer somewhere. No. Where is the fridge and the freezer? Okay. Now I'm confused. Now I'm very confused. Dishwasher? Yes. We can't find the fridge and the freezer. What is going on? Where are we looking? We don't have a utility. Am I missing something completely? Need to speak to him and find out. There's the boiler. Now, come here. He has used a Worcester Bosch boiler. If we come into here, we have a downstairs toilet. I'm very happy with this. Some little bits and pieces I can spot that are not great, but overall, it's decent. Now, if you come here, not a fan. Not a fan. But whoever fitted the kitchen, very impressed. Again, the plastering, fantastic. Love it. I think the walls look excellent. The lines are straight everywhere. Very happy with that. Looks really good. So overall, we're on a positive review. We're on a positive up. He's had this staged as well. So it makes it look even better with the staging. But remember guys, we're here to look for the things that we would snag as well. The things that we look at and go, not happy with that. Now snagging is when you go around a property after it's been refurbed or developed and you pick out the things that you're not happy with, whether that be, I don't know, tiles are not straight or the doors are not opening and closing correctly. There's any leaks anywhere, the taps aren't running, the lights aren't working, the switches aren't working, filling the bath up to make sure there's no leaks, flushing the chains, opening all the windows and doors to make sure that all the locks and keys are working. Snagging list, whole thing. Below, get my free snagging list. You can see a whole checklist below of what you need to look for when you do snag a property. But so far so good. Now, upstairs. We're upstairs. We have 3 bedrooms and a bathroom and a very decent sized landing. He's used the doors I like. Can you see that? I'm having to put a little bit of an effort into that. That needs to be shaved down, that door does. Doesn't open and close properly. That's part of snagging. Carpet's great, fitted exceptionally well. Skirting board, architrave up here is joined nicely. It's all correct, it all looks great. Would have probably replaced the old loft hatch door. You can see he's used an old one there. Master bedroom, does the door close properly? Still catches a little bit, but straight into here. You can see the plastering of the walls is good. Nice straight lines. You can see the architrave around is fitted really nice. Skirting board's lovely. Carpet's done really nice as well. Brand new windows. Even the seal around the windows looks perfect. The other bedrooms are absolutely exceptional. Perfect. Didn't spot any faults in there apart from the radiator pipes coming out of the floor, which doesn't really give that 300 to 400,000 pound vibe of a house. It's kind of like old school 1960s, 1970s. I think that's a major letdown. But the bathroom is great. The bathroom looks exceptional, but there is a pipe behind the toilet that could have been boxed in to give it more of a better aesthetic look. But the bathroom is done exceptionally. And you know what? I was hoping Rate My Refurb episode 1 was me going to be coming in going, that's terrible, that's no good, that doesn't look great. Oh my God, this is not a good refurb. What are you doing? Who were the builders? Which we would never out and say. But I was hoping to come in and have a little bit of a rant. But so far, the only rant I can have is radiators, the drive, yeah, a join in the skirting board, couple of the doors not opening and closing correctly. But what do you expect when you have a person who has been a landlord with over 10 properties and then they decide to get into the development game? They're going to know their stuff. Darren knows his stuff. So a few little problems, nothing major. Episode 1 so far has been a relief because I've not gone in and gone absolutely crazy, but now I'm going to inspect it even closer because I am looking for a problem. Finally into the living room. Now, so far throughout the whole of this house, the plastering has been exceptional. But then I look at the ceiling in here and I can see so many waves in the ceiling. That is a major fail, actually, in my opinion. But that's one ceiling out of 8 or 9 with the hallways. And it seems to me like that might not have been the same plasterer who plastered the rest of the house. Or he or she had a day off or an off day where they didn't feel great. Not happy with that light switch as close as that to the architrave. I believe it should have been over here a little bit. Radiator pipes coming out the floor just do it no justice whatsoever. He's put a plug socket there because I believe that's where he might have a TV, or whoever buys it will have a TV over there. Beautiful window. So if you come around here, you can see the size of this window and the amount of light it lets into the property. Huge window, brand new as well. He's changed all the windows and all the doors in here. So I've gone through the whole of the property. I've looked at every single thing that I can find in order to say to Darren, improve next time. I have my score in my head. What do you guys think I'm going to score this property out of 10? Now, I've not been able to review the back garden, and I've not really been able to review the front garden because the estate agents told him, do not touch the gardens, it will not affect the end value. So I can't really argue with him on that, even though I'm a big person who fixes the gardens. I think it's a big selling point. But when you're getting professional advice, Darren follows professional advice. So right now, I'm calling him in. I'm going to give him a score out of 10. Comment below, before I give the score, what do you think I am going to say? London, I am back. Come down to my Property Accelerator training day, where I will give you my blueprints. If you want to learn about deal sourcing, flipping, buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, HMOs, auctions, project management, raising finance, and so much more in the property world, my blueprints will accelerate you to the top of the property world. For just £11, you can come down, spend the whole day with me, and by the time you leave, you will have the knowledge to know which way you're going to go in the property world. I'm here now with the owner of the property, Darren. I know him personally, and he was the first person to reach out to me to say, Steve, Rate My Refurb, episode 1, I'm there. I'm the first person. I can take criticism, I can take good feedback, I know how good I am at what I do, but I always want to learn. So we've gone round off camera. I've pointed out a few things to you. What's your thought process on it when someone criticises certain things?
Well, to be honest, it's opened my eyes. I can see where you're coming from. With all your experience, it's going to be a learn for me, so I can take it into a positive and move on to the next project and correct that.
Good. What did you think about the plastering? Because you said to me when you came in off camera, you was like, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, 100%. I could see straight away. Something I didn't pick up on originally, and you were bang on when it was actually a different plasterer who did this room. Yeah,
it's pretty obvious because the plastering throughout the whole of the house has been exceptional. And then you come into the main room, which is the focal point, apart from the kitchen, obviously, sorry. And you see that and you're kind of like, oh, that looks like they've had an off day, which even if they had an off day, it's not going to be like that, or it's a completely different person. So give me the numbers. Tell me the numbers first.
Yeah, so we purchased this for 225. We spent just under, well, with the fees and everything, we're at just under 50k for the refurb and the fees. So we're at 275, and we have agreed a sale at 325. So conveyancing is going through at the minute. So that makes 50k. However, I've used investor funds. Okay. So we have interest to come off that, which you're probably looking at 10k by the time it goes through. So 40k profit. 40k
profit on a house where it's sold.
Yeah.
Do you believe you'd have got more money if you'd done anything to the front or the back gardens? Do you believe
I personally don't know.
Okay.
But I did have a feeling, I'm thinking, should I've kept this rented out? Capital appreciation around here would be quite good.
Yeah. You know the area well, don't you?
Yeah.
You used to live local?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we lived round the corner, and we've also done a bungalow on this estate, and obviously we sold our house originally, which was on this estate.
Okay. So, Rate My Refurb is all about a mark out of 10 across the board for everything. Okay? Now, if I had to take the gardens into account, the score would have been a lot lower because they're not done. but you got professional advice. So we're taking the gardens out of the equation and we're just doing Rate My Refurb on the property. Out of 10, what would you give yourself? What would you say this is in your opinion?
The way it's turned out, I would like to say close to an 8.
Yeah.
I would have done the garden, I would have done the drive if I was holding on to the property. But like you said, I spoke to the agents and they said it wouldn't add any more to the value, you know. It might limit people who want to look at it if it goes too high a price point.
Okay, so you would have given it close to an 8.
Yeah.
Let's take the gardens out of the equation and let's just base on the property itself. Where are you at then? No gardens?
No, I think an 8.
Okay.
Improvement, and now that you've pointed a few things out, yeah, I can see.
Okay, so you know what, guys? Honestly, I'm going to go with an 8. An 8 out of 10. That's where I'm going. There are improvements. There are things that could have been done a little bit different or a little bit better, and it's tiny little things that make a massive difference to the people who are coming in and observing certain things. Potential buyers, because they might have fell in love with the place, the area, they will overlook a few things. And then when they move in, they start to spot a couple of items and go, oh, I wish that was like that, or that should be like that, or that should be moved, or that shouldn't be there. But definitely, I am happy to rate this an 8.
Thank you.
Hopefully, your next one, we can go to a 9 or even a 10. Yeah. But I appreciate you being the first person on Rate My Refurb. So there you have it, guys. Episode 1, Rate My Refurb, completed, and we got an 8 out of 10. Now, some of you was probably hoping that it was going to be a 1 out of 10. But guess what? The next one, I've already seen pictures. Be lucky to even get a 1.
Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home.